This is one of the chapters to rewrite season 2 of 11. The final season 2. Supporters is like, no, because it's like, we should show that. We should got that. I don't know, actually, I'm definitely like, really like, even number shit. Let's talk Terry reveals movie sheets. Showing Chad, Ellie, Jackie, and Ruby Showrunner, Kerry Shawcross as they recap line 6 of 12 and 13. RWBY, with a Terry showing Sarah Ruby, addressing more mysterious questions involving Ruby lore in the lightning round. So that's pretty funny, honestly, actually. It's Terry feeling a big old smile face Ruby and said, and the picture of Ruby. I see it's when correct for the to attack with the lightning cannon. Fucking shots and scare shit. I want to get this figure out commercial. Oh wow, I'm sick. I'm sick. I am so excited, so excited. Shit. Right now I'm too sore to make it harder to move the goddamn mouse. But I'm perfectly fine. Give me about 30 seconds. Give or take. This is how I was going to talk about some theories of feel how shit. It's like, here's the fucking self out of there. By the way, I hate the vocal minority haters, which is definitely a vocal minority. Despite what they might like to think, they're minorities. So start 3, 2, 1, play. They're all minorities, despite what they might like to think.
Today we're talking RWBY Volume 6, Chapter 12, and the season finale.
We have the writer, director, and showrunner of RWBY, Kerry Shawcross, with us, and we're going to show you the Genlock intro because we can, and it's awesome.
And we'll be answering community questions that you have submitted using hashtag RWBY.
This is RWBY Rewind. Hey everybody!
Hi guys.
Welcome to
Welcome out.
finale.
It is.
I miss you, sir.
Welcome
I
out
miss
to
you,
the
sir.
season finale of RWBY Rewind.
We're doing our
Travel
best to
a lot,
make
right,
Jackie
Nick?
proud.
I miss you,
legit
sir.
really sad right
Oh,
now.
man, Jackie.
Oh my gosh.
It's imminent. It's imminent.
I know. I can guarantee you before this episode is done, Jackie will be
Oh my god, really?
Gonna be great.
Most likely.
Do you like my business casual approach?
I do, like.
It's so comfy looking.
I just went from this down. So.
Yeah, I saw you. We were crossing paths. In the
Wow,
parking lot.
wow,
Yeah, that business
wow.
casual.
Yeah,
Nailed
this
it.
is just what
Wow.
I is.
Cool. If you're new to RWBY Rewind, well, I have bad news. This is the last episode of the season.
Oh my god,
So
Jesus
what
Christ.
we do here is talk about the latest episode of RWBY, and we were off last week, so we got 2 episodes to talk about. We went down in chapter 12 and then 13, which is the season finale. So lots to cover.
Yeah.
Let's get right
I'm
into it. Before we do,
not
actually, I want you guys to pull up a separate tab and go to roosterteeth.com/play. We'll have a megaphone poll here in just a little bit where we can ask you questions. And if you guys are first members watching live, you can answer live, and it's like you can be a part of the show right away. It's great.
Fun,
It is.
I have discussions. I think I actually died.
Preferably chapter
Yes, I
12.
do.
Well, yeah. I meant wearing, like, what should we
I know,
begin
just
with?
that's me. Let's see. I mean, the 2 huge things that happened. Well, we had the mech battle.
Yep,
RWBY diving down the barrel of the gun.
that was pretty cool.
It was. We talked about it too. We saw it in the teaser before, but like the way that RWBY got up that close.
So actually, Kirk Cummings
You
was
said that.
I did because like
plus line like good
because it made it look like it was so dire, and then she's like, no,
Damn,
I'm just kidding.
Hannah.
I'm like, and it's true. I mean, even with her semblance, couldn't she just like zoom right up? She is fine.
She's fine.
So fine that she doesn't even matter. She just jumped down the barrel of a gun.
Yeah,
because
she's
she's a
got
fucking
real
badass.
goals
Oh,
in
yeah.
both of these episodes.
She's
I
got
loved it.
real
That's so
labels.
cool.
She's
I
got
like the realization
like
too,
something
and, it's
like
like,
someone say she's
But the
got
canisters
real,
are always on the inside.
got
or
real-
the dust is
she's
on
got
the inside.
real
Boom! And then I love the
labels.
explosion, like all the different dust. Like, like that didn't go good.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
Was it 12 12 was where Oscar landed the plane too, right? Crashed the plane, landed the plane.
I think.
Yeah, it's like it's starting to meld
melding.
together.
Yeah.
It's melding a little
Because I
bit.
know they talked about it in 13, so maybe that's I think yeah. But
Well, Cold Open really got it handed to her.
good.
Yeah. So mean. Again,
I
it was
do
a good
not
plan.
like her.
No reason.
Yeah. And even when Ruby, that was the part that just that pissed me off and made me hate her.
But she was like, this is the bit that confused me a little bit. She was like, I'm gonna shoot you completely with my cannon. And then when Ruby like zipped up, she was like, whoa, don't do that. Like,
Yes, I remember
Except
because we're using
I know. It's like
she was
the
really
thing that bugged me was when Ruby's just like, I'm gonna try and talk to her like one last time. Like, hey, we didn't want to steal from you, but like you gave us no choice. But come on, we're gonna go
you had
there.
a chance now to be a nice person.
Exactly. And she's like,
I will not take it.
shut up. And then gone now. You know.
I had such a relatable moment to Ruby, like, cause as a community manager, and I'm talking to people who make like the really mean comments. I'm like, can I talk to you? No, it's your fault for everything. I'm like,
Jesus Christ, you're not fucking wrong.
yeah,
And shoot
exactly.
them. No.
Like Jackie can turn into a bunch of petals and run away, and
Yes.
he's gonna do that. But it's very relatable Ruby moments a lot of the time.
I wish we had like some terrible graphic that we could just throw over top and you could disappear. It would be wonderful. Now, next season broadcast, if we can make that happen, that'd be great.
But now let's talk about the Adam fight
Oh yeah,
and the death and the controversy around Adam's death.
yeah. So really cool fight sequence. I love every time you get like the Ruby Girls tag team fighting.
Yeah, I can't.
Interesting and cool.
It's
I always love Yang's fights just because of the shotgun gauntlets.
I don't know if you caught the moment where Yang like catches the sword,
Oh, yeah.
right? But that's like an amazing Beauty and the Beast reference.
Really?
Because that's like how Beast grabs Gaston's sword at one point.
Oh, that's
Yes, you can, really? Oh, that's awesome. I
And they
forgot about
definitely meant
that.
to do
I
that.
do remember
That
that.
was what I heard.
That's why I meant to do that
Called
space.
that out, and he was like, "Really? That's awesome!" Like, yes, we meant to do that.
Subconsciously, it was there.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
And
All
hey,
the research. Yeah.
Yeah, she couldn't have fought it if she didn't have a metal hand.
That little
So-
bit, that moment of like faltering when he was like, "Are you as fast as you were at Beacon?" And she's like,
Oh, I
and it
know.
was like, "Oh no!"
I know, but then she goes Super Saiyan, and it was like exactly.
Super Saiyan.
Was that the first time in this volume we saw her semblance, right?
I
Pretty
think
sure.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, she's always kept it in check
Yeah.
ever since the very beginning.
I like the little bit where
We're
like
gonna see her-
Blake
we're gonna see her
really
summon
dark in the
she's
background
flying
scrambling
through.
up the
Oh
stairs.
yes. She's
It
like,
was so cat-like.
Basically,
Oh,
yeah, like,
so
"Stop!"
cat-like.
all the time.
sorry, I'm smarter. Ah! She like cat pounces out from.
It was awesome.
Yeah, really cool fight. And then
Yeah.
I was not expecting
Just start
the
murder.
double stab.
It was so good.
They both just
It was just
straight up.
It was sweaty
Yeah.
justice.
Savage as
Full on
fuck.
murderers.
Yeah, that was the thing. I was like, I took a moment like right now, I'm like, yeah, die at him. But then I was like,
And we're
Right,
Oh,
right,
like him, man.
like shoulders,
Straight up
for someone.
killed someone.
I
We're
was off
positive
for
he's dead.
awful for shoulders.
I fell off a cliff.
I'm a little concerned.
Here's
It's
what
like-
people are concerned, right? Is because Cinder fell,
Huh?
but survived.
Mhm.
And now Adam fell, so there's already a precedent set that people who, like, you know,
Yeah.
deaths off
Don't
screen.
blind, no
before,
death.
Was he dead,
No, it's
right?
fine.
Right.
He's got to be dead. He got stabbed twice, and then he hit a big old rock on the way down.
See, and that's what makes me think that he is dead because I feel like they wanted to do that, and maybe we'll get confirmation if carry on later.
Yeah.
But I felt like they wanted to have the dramatic of falling off, right?
Mhm.
But then they were like, oh, we got to make sure that it shows that he's really dead. So the the double stab with the blood and that extra little like,
Right.
and just in case, like we're bam right off.
Right, yeah,
Maybe
correct,
just
yeah.
can't just have like a corpse lying there. They had to get rid of it somehow.
Well, it happens in Chinese dramas all the time. Like a villain is someone who's like super just.
Chinese
not
dramas, I
angry
think
and
so.
They, I hate how this is such a trope, but they like will fall and like hit their head, and then like, some person will find them, and then they become a different person because they lose all memory of who they were.
That's
So
stupid.
that's like a continuing
stupid.
theme in a lot of Chinese dramas.
That's
The only way that
stupid.
anyone would accept him coming back is if he is no longer.
You'd be like, what's with the
Anything on,
scar
like,
on my
who wants
face?
to
Like, what happened to me?
Real quick though, Jackie, do you think his first concern when he wakes up is what's with the scar on my face or what's with the 2 blades in my chest?
Yeah.
Like, I messed with someone I
I
shouldn't
think,
have.
I think he's Gonzo. You know,
Gonzo Alonso?
on the last episode, I was pretty clear about how
Gonzo
much I wanted him
Alonso.
to die. and in what
Ellie,
circumstances.
Right.
And I think we got like 85%
Yeah,
of the way there. If we'd
people
just been
just-
lying there and then like
they had canned
Well,
out
you
every
can yank it, just
what
spike the
he
lens and be like,
was.
he is dead.
All had canned
Then I
was.
would have taken
So
that.
so
You
thanks,
were going
son.
through decapitation, right?
Yeah,
not
or like a heavy weight falling on top.
Yeah, like
Central does not
Yes.
always.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
We talked about that. I still
That
can't
always
believe
does not always
the
make it count.
motorcycle hit him because we are future predicting wizards, which
Yeah.
we've discovered.
Oh, yes, that's right. We did discover that.
Because
That
that's
was amazing.
Yeah, perhaps, yeah.
so.
We just threw it out there. Like, hey, they still have the relic, and like, well, they sure are putting some negativity out there. What if there was just like, I don't know, like a sea monster grim?
And then I was like, yeah, and I was like, I want it to be Godzilla because it comes out and then we can have a kaiju robot fight.
They're all.
So
We do not
That was just a
get to read the
complete
script. We do
fucking
not know what
gush.
is going to happen. We had so many people being like, okay, you guys just read the script, right?
yeah, no, we're cut off
No.
from RWBY.
Yeah.
Like it's really annoying
That's
because then like
insane.
I'll see like casting audition, then things go out
Yeah.
for like RWBY, and I'll be like, nope, can't do that.
Can't do that. Miles does not tell me what's going to happen as much as I ask him to.
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
I do
Oh my
not know.
god.
We
So-
are just wizards, I guess.
We watch the episodes right before we go live on Monday, so sometimes that can make it a little dicey over the weekend on social media. And so this last episode I watched ahead of time because we were off for a week, and then my
Episode 12.
Twitter started pumping. Well, I see first Ellie saying,
Sure, popping.
Well, because my Twitter started going crazy, and I was like, okay, what is this? And I saw that moment and was like, wait, what?
yeah,
How
Ellie's
did
like,
we do that?
at this point I'm beginning to think we have superpowers. And so I see some people like, you
Ah.
called it, you called it. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go watch the episode. And I go to watch the episode, and the Blake Yang fight's happening with Adam, and I'm like, did I call the thing that she's gonna like shotgun blast his arm off?
Oh,
Like, is
good.
he gonna lose an arm? That's
Or
what I thought.
decapitation or something.
Right, because in my mind, surely it was not the Godzilla coming out of the water
It was.
and having a kaiju fight. So at the end,
Wow.
that happened, and I just jaw hit the floor. I was like, no way did we call
Well,
that.
we have
That's
pictures
fucking
from
awesome.
Concept art too, before it even happened.
I know. It was amazing. Well, we have carry on later.
Available for writing on Volume 7, Carrie Miles. Clearly, we're all kind of similar brain, similar mindset. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
It'll be fun when Carrie's on later. We can talk
Huh.
about that. So,
Yeah, I mean,
that's the big drama for the season finale. We have this massive Leviathan Grim that's going to go and attack the city. And wouldn't you know it, old lady done messed up and decided to fight children with a giant robot.
Yeah.
And now it's got its really heavy arm and it can't move.
She didn't know that these children have the power of friendship.
Oh my god, Ellie, shut up.
Exactly. Huge mistake for antagonists in anime.
Yeah.
But I still think it's.
I
I
can't
still
believe that she
think
still has a job.
Right?
That's like the dramatic ending you wanted to the season is you're fine.
I just want, I mean, more than anything, I want Iron Man to show up, but I want him to like fire her. Like how?
Oh, you said Ironwood. I heard Iron Man because you said it so quickly. Like,
No.
More than anything, I want
It was
Iron Man to
both-
show up.
it was
Well,
for
we
no-
got ne- we got
well,
next
we got
kaiju,
and
baby.
that was prediction for volume 6.
50-50 everyone's fault. It's everyone's fault,
So
honestly.
we had the sort of
It was everyone's fault.
defeat of the mech robot.
Right.
And then these guys are like, 1 second, old lady, because big old dragon. And then you've got to go get that. But before that, Maria is like, we could just peace. What if we just left and went and did our job? Because as they were flying around, you were like, are they just leaving?
Like, yeah, I was
Oh
like,
my
are
God.
they straight up
Oh,
piecing out right
Yeah.
now?
Good
How
luck
dare.
with Grimzilla, because we're going to have to bounce.
Yeah.
Sorry about you.
I'm
Oh my
glad
God.
that character voiced it because I had that
Yeah.
moment where I was just like, I mean, they should go help.
Yeah.
But technically, like, I mean, you know,
It doesn't matter.
could have just bounced.
Conflict in me.
Oh my god.
And even
Oh
when
my
they
god,
tried,
son.
even when they tried,
Yeah.
they were like, hey, listen, we need this. Like, who are you? And just like, listen, we're gonna go help. We're gonna weaken it if you can just attack it. And then the guy's just like, you're flagged as hostile, so
Not doing
we're
it.
not doing it. Yeah. It's like,
So-
fine.
Yeah. But
I mean, it
finally
makes
had,
sense
like,
why every
really
full
like,
hostile. Like,
all
why wouldn't
kind
you
of
say
tied up
hostile?
about Ruby's
Come on.
fight. We learn all about it in the middle of the volume.
Oh.
And finally that moment of like, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I was so excited.
Oh, I know, but then and we got all the flashbacks and
Yeah.
they did them in
Yeah.
that. I love when.
Shut up.
This was
Two
so
thirds
cute.
of
Oh,
a
yeah, I
show
love
just
when shows do
have
that.
to do
Make a
this.
flashback in a different style. It's cool because
We
it's
should
kind of, to
tell
me,
our
it makes
side
you
of
you
the
remember things
lesson.
differently.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you
it's
don't
your
remember
perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
Little window into Ruby's memories.
Yeah, and all that artwork was gorgeous. And also too, like a lot of it was back They're showing
PlayStation
scenes
servers.
back when like
Right,
animation's
sure,
come
that
very far
Yeah.
in this show.
Yeah, we all have
where it
to,
started, and so like I think that was.
Like,
a movie
I'm
very
willing to
exciting,
admit
so,
it's
Oh.
dark
Keep it
flashbacks.
And we saw Summer Rose.
We did.
Yeah.
Those
That was
awesome
a
Valley.
That was-
First, let's
See
talk
the
about the
flashbacks and
positive.
servers.
Yeah.
And she's going back thinking about it. She's trying to think of people she loves, but then she's thinking about people she loves and the tragedy that's associated with that. Like, oh my God, the Penny's like cold dead eye
Yeah.
that they're in. I'm like, no, like and it's so happy.
Yeah,
Penny
right,
and
yeah,
Penny. And then
that's-
it's like, oh God,
The memories.
I know. And then
Yeah.
Which is like sneak a peek.
Me and you
big old
both
time,
said-
like, oof.
Well, that's what Maria was
So
talking
there
about.
was so
when
I
she was
think
explaining
that's
how
I think some of them-
Sunrise worked. It's like you just have to do it
Tried
in the
to
moment.
catch
Like
on
there's
the
no other way to
level.
learn
yeah,
for you to use them. Luckily, it worked out all right.
yeah. Then she
But-
thought about all the positive stuff, which is remember because
After Jen came and helped out. That
Oh,
which
yeah.
That was
yeah.
sassy, and I loved
like-
it.
That was cool. Don't do it again.
Oh my God.
you get one.
Yeah.
This
nice
was
try.
You-
Back to fighting the monster now.
it.
You only get
It was
one.
just what she needed.
Everyone
it
gets
was
one.
crazy
So
when
they
she saw
had
Summer Rose.
Rose to get
I
more
think we got a
backstory.
glimpse of her before. It's been a long time.
Did we?
Thanks.
Like in a picture, like we got to see, like a hooded, I think.
We've
Version
never
of her?
seen.
This
we
was,
never got to see
I mean, this
her.
is the most clear and detailed version. Like, and it was awesome.
So fucking
Like,
good,
super
yeah.
cool. It looks so much like Ruby.
But it didn't work, guys. It didn't work. I froze it for a moment.
I know.
And then it uncrumbled.
I had a moment where I was like, that was over quicker than I thought it was gonna be. And then they were like, nah, man, you ever seen Code Geass? Like, so like
It is Ozzy. The thing should
starts
give him
breaking
a
out,
girlfriend.
and then we're like,
Lenny,
giant drill
Tom
arm.
Lenny.
I'm like, here it is.
Oh, so
It's a
the
Tom Lenny.
women from volume 3 is affectionately known to the community as Kevin.
Kevin.
So
Okay.
what nickname should we give our big grim friend?
Lenny.
I feel like it has to be sort of like in the same vein as Kevin, like Derek.
Or Lenny.
Oh,
Lenny
I like
Leviathan.
Lenny
I like
Leviathan.
Lenny's a little.
Aw.
Lenny's a Leviathan.
Oh,
my God.
He's
Is that
the
it?
one
Wow.
that gets through them shields. Yeah, I'm alright with Lenny.
He did. I couldn't believe.
Oh, this is
Oh,
such
but
a
it's
good
got a
moment for
breathing
you.
fire.
I was like, what's he gonna do next? Breathe fire?
Yes.
It's just-
For your country, how sorry. Like a child saying
Chad was on the couch. He's
That's
like,
very sorry.
Oh, there's no way.
Okay, great.
That's so good.
We're at
Like,
next
again, we're
giant
gonna
trail.
I'm gonna talk to them.
Run,
I feel
take
like it's
them
just like
tough.
they had an opportunity to write a
That's
Godzilla fight, and
taking
we're like,
tough.
we're gonna do it.
That's good.
And
Like,
we had sort of a little mini kind of like
Giga.
Cordovan.
real.
Came in with a big drum. One of
Yes.
those. And
Right.
she was like, hey, you could just like take it.
I guess they won't notice one. Now she's a little redeemable. Come on, you had plenty of opportunities.
I hope she gets fired. I'm with Jackie on that.
Yeah. That's
I'm glad that arc is now closed because it was.
or has it? She might show up.
Oh, I just no. Just no. Like
Yeah, it was
I
everyone's
can
fault.
easily see them getting there, and then like a couple episodes in, she's like, "And I've been transferred." And she's here, you know.
They were
Again,
stealing.
She does not have a job. There's no way.
They were
she unleashed
stealing.
this big old robot on like a bunch of kids.
Yeah, it wasn't
No.
a great move.
So
Yeah, but
and
Gonna
putting
look great.
they
putting
were
her to the
stealing.
risk.
Yeah.
So like
Overreacted.
But then
Fire
they
or
seemed
whatever, you know?
pleased when she did get Lenny. Everyone was like, it did it! Oh,
They did,
nice.
yeah.
Big
I
robot.
didn't see like the half an hour prior.
Yes.
That's all the
Oh.
craziness.
No, here's what's gonna happen.
Oh no.
They're not gonna hear. She's not gonna talk about the Ruby thing in her report. So she's gonna steal all the credit, and she's gonna get promoted, and she's gonna move back over.
Real
And she's
drama.
gonna be like, I got promoted because of defeating the Grim. And they're like, but you.
Yeah,
I would be
the real
surprised.
drama in the show really is in the admin. Like a lot of that gets lost, but it's all in the paperwork, guys.
That's
all-
true.
Forget the battles. Forget the amazing fights. It's all.
Wow, Ellie Roth.
We'll see. I can absolutely see that.
I
happening.
agree
He's
with you.
been pretty good at
They
predicting
were,
things, so we'll see.
they were
Um,
stealing
special moment.
military equipment
Crow putting down
from
his glass.
Wow.
from
and
the,
not-
there were military.
Yeah, he like looks and he's like,
Like he actually.
They
small
were
stuff.
Oh, I just
But in the right direction.
military
Yeah.
equipment.
no.
God.
So it's like
Oh,
Coach Size
I
Girls.
was trying to be positive
Coach
about it,
Size
but I
Girls.
think he kind of like looked at it
Yeah,
and then
right.
he kind of just like nah, you know.
So I'm hoping
think
we'll get
that's really-
more of that story. But let's talk about the winged monkeys.
Oh, yeah.
Tall
That
hand,
was
yeah.
the scene.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
You want something done?
Fly,
do it
but
yourself.
you fly.
I was like, oh cool, we haven't seen the apron in a while. And then it was like, and now it sprouts wings, and I'm like, Wicked Witch, got it, yep.
That shot of all of them, it was so be prepared from the Lion King.
Yeah,
It was so,
Free,
ooh.
Be prepared for
I straight up thought it was a person. That she
Oh, yeah.
prepared
pushed
to
someone into
Maybe
like
she
a
didn't
full,
have it made.
I
work.
thought at first, like, with like the large stature, I thought it was Hazel.
Maybe she's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Jesus
lady, you did mess up
the
right
gross
here.
pools.
No,
For
right.
no reason. Bosh.
Leo, can I use your phone in your pocket?
Prepared.
And your
Yeah,
keys.
let me hold on to your keys. It's like, that's old school pool
Sorry.
rules.
Don't
You
push
push
it.
someone into a pool as long as you
And
take
drugs
the
and
keys.
Yeah. And they may transform into an evil
Yes.
winged monkey.
Maybe.
What do you think she's gonna do with her new army? Where are they going? Where are they?
I hope.
Atlas.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
definitely going
I mean,
Atlas.
the way that
Are we gonna get winged monkey spaceship fights?
I think so. I really hope she's riding on the back. Like.
I don't think she would show her.
Oh, ah!
She's just like never-ending storing it. She's just yeah. Like, just
Oh my
on
god,
the back.
oh my god, John, show up.
Oh,
Oh, hilarious.
Dragon rules.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
whole team will be on the winged monkeys. That'll be cool.
Oh, all right. Well, man, since we're talking about everything that happened this season, let's go ahead and pull up that megaphone poll where we want to know what your favorite moment was this volume. You guys can head to roosterteeth.com/play.
What do we got?
And your
Like
options are
Yang,
Farmhouse and Apathy,
It's like Blake Yang
Blake
versus
and Yang
Adam.
versus Adam, Giant
First
Grim
two.
Battle,
Mhm.
and John and Pierce
Oh.
statue.
Dang.
Ooh,
That was
Blake
quick.
and Yang versus Adam has a tremendous start. We'll check back in on that here in a little bit. So again, roosterteeth.com/play,
She's going down though.
and we'll get that answer.
That's why I win.
I would
Tell you,
meantime,
final
we'll
stuff.
answers
It's
for your community questions.
definitely
All
like
right, let's go.
one of the
Let's
most
go.
awesome.
Yee! What's up? With Neo's grief over Roman lingering, do you think it's possible she will become the Winter Maiden, obtain the relic of creation, and try to revive Roman Torchwick?
Jesus Christ, what
I just totally forgot
Jesus
about the
Christ.
maidens.
Are you serious?
Oh my god,
We
Alex.
haven't heard about them for a while.
Yeah. I mean, other than Cinder
Yeah.
using her powers. That is a very specific thing to ask.
Yeah.
Very specific
I
I
theory.
don't know if that's the best use of anyone's time or powers. I feel like he's gone.
I think she's kind of over it.
Well,
I think she's over her
she's got
grief
his
and
hat.
she's like now on like the revenge path, but I don't think
Yeah.
she would
That's not over.
Like-
over. I mean,
Well,
you mean just like
like
wallowing
for,
in
like,
misery?
yeah, that kind of like sorrow.
I feel like, she's got his hat. It's more
She's
like
got
I will continue
Christ
to be this
and
evil friend.
Yeah.
And seek vengeance. But if she had the opportunities and she could bring it back, she absolutely would. So maybe, probably not though.
Who's to say?
Red Strike Bunny, do you think Weiss will get a rematch with Cinder for stabbing her?
We can only hope.
Damn,
I
wow.
mean, they've seemed to be doing that. And Blake and Yang got to get their rematch vengeance on Adam,
Wow.
so I don't see why not, right?
That would be awesome.
Plus, oh yeah, Cinder and Neo are on their way. We didn't even talk about that. And they got outfit changes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
got fresh
awesome
new
outfit
friends.
changes.
Fashions. Looking cool.
Two fashion.
That was
The
cool.
we didn't talk about was that touching moment between Blake and Yang when they held hands,
That was really rough.
or maybe when they were crying.
There's
and
been,
holding
That's
hands.
just rough.
there's been several handholds in this.
Stop.
I know, but there was that sweet moment where there was
Stop.
so much emotion.
Oh, and they were
Held.
crying. They're just sobbing together.
I
Oh,
know.
You guys are horrible.
we're trying to make Jackie cry.
I know. Speaking of which, Jackie, aren't you gonna miss reading these every week? Are you gonna just...
Wow, really?
Because it's our last show.
Oh, there we go. There we go. That's
What exactly have Taeyang and Raven been doing in Patch? Keeping busy, I presume.
Getting busy. is
Uh,
more like it. Take it.
I don't think she. I don't know. They might have had like one conversation or something because the end of
Maybe they're just
Volume-
chilling.
volume 5, like there was a feather, right?
She
showing
portaled.
that she was like trying to be in the vicinity of him or something, but I don't think she would actually like have a face to face with him.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
talked
you're right,
last
right.
time about like her just using using the people that she cares about, who she can teleport to, is just like convenient ways to get around. So they just like pop up, and it's just like, and peace, you were close to the Walmart.
Oh my god. What the fuck,
Which is very
Chad?
traumatizing for the people that she's
Like
bombing it on.
human porkies.
Yeah, exactly. Basically,
Human
that's
port
what's
keys,
happening.
oh my god.
I don't
It's
know.
nice.
I'm very curious about that, and there's been so much going on this volume, I didn't think about that at all.
Maybe we'll find out.
And I'm
Maybe,
really interested to
maybe.
see what's
That
going
could be
on there.
potential
So-
second choice.
I think she'll turn over a new leaf. Okay, my turn.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, do you remember that conversation between her and Lloyd?
Yeah.
That was pretty.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Ruby just used her silver eyes in front of a whole city. Will she have to learn to live with being famous now? F. Stromberg.
I don't think they saw her. Like, they saw a figure, like a little
Yeah.
thing,
They may have
and
seen
there
a
was
light and been like,
flash.
what up?
Yeah. And she was riding on a ghost wasp. So, like,
But if they do, then maybe she'll be like heralded as the return of the Grim Reaper.
Oh my god.
Because that's probably the last
Maybe.
time that they
Oh,
like
yeah.
anyone knew of it on like a macro sense.
that's
like
true.
someone could wield that power.
That news could reach Salem too, and she'd be pissed if she found out that Ruby could like.
I mean, you're right, it's gonna work out at some point. The Reverend Skies at some
But
point.
there's like no mention of Ruby or who it is. It's just like because they are like that would super make sense of like this kind of Yoda connection between Maria.
Mhm.
Yeah. And if Ruby gets
That
a new version,
would be awesome.
like, Maria's has the coolest weapons I've ever seen in the show.
So
Damn
cool.
right, damn right.
Amazing.
I love that. That's probably my favorite fight.
Right about that.
Maria.
Oh, definitely. Goldstorm 16745. Are we ever going to address the Wyvern on top of Beacon?
Kevin?
Since now we know that Giant Grim have
Len.
abilities to break out of the Silver Freeze, the Wyvern seems pretty dangerous now.
Yeah, it does.
Kevin,
What's the criteria? How'd they get out?
it's got to have starved by now, right?
I mean, is it a
Did
matter of
Grim
like
eat?
power?
Don't eat.
Never really seen them eat, just destroy things.
Carry to Grim eat. Nah.
No.
Okay.
They just eat darkness.
Yeah, they just
Oh my god.
emotions.
Maybe it has something to do with the power of Ruby's eyes at the point. I don't know because I mean, Kevin seemed real frozen, real good, but Lenny,
Lenny had no problem.
no problem at all. Is it the power of the?
I mean, Lenny was bigger.
Is he?
I think so.
I don't know about that. Kevin was really wrapped around that tower.
Yeah.
No, Blaze,
Maybe we'll
Blaze,
just go,
Blaze,
like, we'll cut back to Beacon. He's just not there.
That'd be terrifying.
Maybe the level of emotion.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Level of emotion.
Maybe Kevin was just skipping gym day and Lenny wasn't.
Because I mean, like Ruby had just seen her friend straight up murdered at that moment.
Yeah.
You're the wrong
Her
option.
power.
I
Perhaps is stronger than
I kind of suspected we were going to escape.
so much.
We'll
It's a
see.
soothsayer.
Yeah, that's true. We just keep throwing stuff out there and maybe it'll come true. All right, cool. Let's check in on that megaphone poll and see what your favorite moment was from this volume. Oh, Blake and
Yeah,
Yang versus
yeah.
Adam.
By a
by
long
far.
shot.
Yeah.
Nice. What's our second? Oh, John and Paris.
Runner up was John and Pierce Hatchet, really close to the farmhouse in Abbey. I love the farmhouse in Abbey. It was
Yeah, that was super awesome.
Doing good well at some point.
Jackie.
could have also just been Maria.
Yeah. Remember that bit with the Paris statue? Emotional that was.
Shut
Oh,
up.
that was when you took that picture, right? Of me crying.
Yeah,
Oh, when you
because-
like
Stop it.
actually
Yeah.
saw
It's
it.
like sobbing into my jacket.
Yeah, because John
Tough
was
as you
looking
are.
at that thing and, you know, it made him sad. He thought about everything, but then he needed to get past it.
Not
And
gonna
the
do it.
stranger
Yeah,
showed
not
up.
gonna do
and,
it.
Thought about like what he'd lost, like I guess you know, like things coming to an end, like this show.
Like Jackie should have ever lost.
It's like doing instrumental.
Hey, Chad.
That sounds
Look at
even
these amazing
somewhat
watches that I'm
similar
wearing.
to the
They're pretty
which we've seen from the
I think we should.
original
probably-
movie.
You can also get some amazing merch things
I will-
related to Ruby.
I will literally scream or laugh.
We've got hoodies, we've got
Either laugh or I'll either laugh.
everything. Like here's a pint glass. There's a million different things. Oh yeah, this Y cup is
So cute.
by far my favorite.
Try
There's a bunch of great stuff. You guys can head over to store.roosterdog.com and check it out.
coffee.
Valentine's
Coffee.
Yeah, Valentine's Day gifts.
Try
We
coffee.
there is a Valentine's Day Ruby shirt actually.
Otherwise,
And
didn't buy
there's a
others.
bunch of cool stuff that they're constantly coming out with. I got to look at some of the things that are upcoming
There's
too.
a couple of
Awesome.
really
That's
like.
one cannot stop, will not stop.
They cannot. I know it's
Can't stop,
crazy.
won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
There's, I wish I could. I can't. I don't know what I can talk about. What I can't. But there's a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah,
going on.
sure.
So store.roosterdog.com.
Subscribe and turn on
Also keep an eye out
God
for
damn
things
it.
that are coming up.
Create your own business casual though,
Yes, you can. You too can look like this.
if you want.
Look at her.
I mean, it's not as bad as doing the workout gear. So.
That's true.
Ooh, snap.
I was
Damn.
real worried about moving.
Hey, his legs.
Look how it is.
Hey!
He has
On the
some.
store website too. Oh yeah.
Chad has some
Perfect.
nice legs.
Hi,
Come on.
Karen.
Hi.
Carry Shawcross.
Are you ready for
Hello.
interrogation time?
Yeah, you might as well have just had like a mime on the show because I'm just gonna like nothing. You're gonna get nothing out of me.
Charades it the whole
Yeah.
time.
I am going to try and get something out
That's
of you.
fine.
But real quick, for people that don't know, tell everybody what you do for the show.
Hi.
Is
my
I'm
name's
dead,
Carrie.
bitch.
I direct it. I co-write it. And I basically help a bunch of really talented people do actual things, and I just kind of sit around. I'm like, that's cool. All right.
Aw. You shoot
Yeah.
yourself
Give
for
them all the
credit, dude.
Yeah,
You
you're
shoot yourself for
basically
credit,
Ruby
too.
got, one part.
Okay. One's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll co-write
One
too, so-
third.
And congratulations
problem.
on the whole volume.
Yeah,
thank you.
Finale. You're
Yeah.
technically on vacation.
Woo! Everybody, yeah.
Technically, we dragged you out from vacation for this.
It's fine.
Did we really? We did
Little bit.
not.
Well, I didn't know I didn't know I was gonna take this week off at first. I was like, yeah, I'll do rewind, and then I realized I was gonna take this week. I was like, well, I already said yes. It's fine.
Aw.
Fine.
Aw, Carrie.
Yeah.
No, happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy to have you.
Well,
I'm trying to think of all the things you guys said that I was like about the whole time. So we called him Levi,
Oh.
but
Levi.
hey, look, if it's
I was so
Melanie,
close with
Oh,
Lenny.
Levi.
You can
Levi.
hey, you can call him whatever you want. I know the community. I can't remember what they were calling it, but it wasn't Levi. But I was doing it because I didn't want to type Leviathan every time, so I just started calling him Levi. It was just easier.
Got it.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
You guys didn't come up with Kevin though. That was
No, we didn't come with Kevin.
that was given to
Although
you.
one of our story bars name is Kevin, so it's worked out very well.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
farewell. Oh my
You
god.
guys just anytime you just write Kevin now.
Yeah, it was just like now I don't know who we're talking about.
Oh my god.
I don't know
Jesus
what
Christ.
are we talking about? Harger? I don't know. Yeah.
Harder.
So are Blake
Wow.
and Yang a couple?
You have to watch to find out.
Trying to
Would it-
spring that on you.
Would it be worth it to me just say it? No, if it's gonna be in the show. Watch the show.
Yeah, you experience it.
Watch the show.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
Guys, I tried.
You
It
experience
will
it.
unfold.
I tried with
You experience it.
I know I want to experience it too, but I just really am curious.
I know. It's it seems like whatever's gonna happen is gonna be more worth it if you see it in the show.
Yeah.
Apparently,
This is-
the community's calling the giant grin bubbles. By the way,
Why?
There you go.
Oh my god. Why?
That's actually
that one
really
got
cute.
Ellie.
Lenny and Pebbles.
It's actually really cute.
Yeah.
It's very
Lenny
disarming.
Pebbles.
So
Don't say so.
man,
Ish.
we got a bunch of questions from the community. For
All right.
you, so I figured we'd just get right to it.
All right. Just gonna.
'Cause, yeah.
I'll unzip a little bit and then we'll see what I can say.
That's it.
I'll just.
All right.
Amazing storytelling this season.
Oh, thanks.
Is there a lot you had to cut from this season, or did you fit all the story you wanted to tell?
Cut rest of July.
It kind of varies. We, when we start the season out, we usually decide like, here's what we want to do, and then as we're writing, we go like, we don't have enough time to do this. I mean, there's always like things here and there. We like usually we'll say like, I don't think there's anything we cut. There's just some things that we decided to like push to next volume because we decided it would flow better.
Okay,
So
fair
it's
enough.
very rare that we
Like-
actually cut anything because there's always like another opportunity to do things.
Felt
Like,
like
the only time we've ever like really cut something was because it couldn't happen again. Was we had like a during the tournament arc in Volume 3, we had a fight plan that was Sun and Neptune versus Nora and Pyrrha that we just like didn't have time to do, and then we
Oh,
can't.
it's so cool.
Yeah, no, we had boards for it and everything. Like we really wanted to do it, but it's like we can't go back and do that one, so we can talk about that. Everything else is like, well, let's just push. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just
that's
we
awesome.
try and keep things flexible.
That
so
sucks. I
we
would love to see that
make it-
fight.
Make sure this
honestly.
season.
I've heard that a lot.
Add
Everyone
it next season.
my season. Gonna see
I
that
really
fight,
enjoyed
man.
this season
Yeah.
and the beautiful landscape that was created for it too. Like so many awesome just set designs.
It was a lot of There's, Volume 5 we spent
I think
admittedly
we're
a lot of
working my
time in a couple of
It's
locations.
being repaired, but
Volume
things
6 we want to make a big deal to not do
Yeah,
that, and
that's
the
right.
team was scared, but then also crushed it. Like we have our environment team, like every team, like did a really great job of just like making every area feel like super alive. It was really cool.
Yep.
It was so awesome. Any hints to Blake's future new weapon? Can it be repaired or will it be changed? That's from Linda.
Nah, she's just a pacifist now. She can't not have a weapon, so things will happen.
I'm not gonna kill you,
Raiders
fucker.
Thanks.
Things will happen.
Things,
They
Kill-
will
kill
happen.
you,
One day you're
fucker.
just glue gun
I
it
love
back
you.
together. It's fine.
Yeah,
She'll meet a character that's like it's also a glue gun, and then she'll just.
A little bit of
Cosplay recover.
We got some ideas.
so cute. All right, Spectre 177. Carrie, does Mercury have silver eyes?
Spectre 177. No. He just has grayish eyes. Somebody actually finally figured it out, and the way you can tell is Ruby and any Silverite character have these like little tick marks in their eyes that are like an extra like highlight painted in. Those are silver eyes.
Mercury
Everything
does not.
else are either us not thinking things through when we made his eyes kind of.
I was about to say, do you regret having them gray?
I don't like when we did that. I don't think any of us were thinking about it. It was just like, yeah, like this. And we're like, okay. Like none of us were really like thinking about how people were gonna receive that. So, but somebody finally caught like, no, Ruby has those in her eyes, like Maria did. Like that's what it is. So that's how you know.
Fair
We have,
enough,
like, a
then.
whole theory based off of
Yeah.
if he actually did have
I mean, Mercury and Ruby are brother and sister.
Whoa!
Exclusive.
No.
So that means
They're
they're
not,
descended
not.
from Ozpin.
This is so this whole episode is like the chibi of questions. It's not canon. We're just having fun. Nothing I say is real because I'm still sleepy.
Nothing is real.
And,
Reality's an illusion. Like,
I'm
bye.
trying to get some stuff out of you. All right.
Oh,
Jack,
I had to
you want
approach.
to read the next one?
Was there ever a doubt that Adam was an
I had to
unbelievable
talk-
character, or
talk
was
sexual.
there a chance that he could
Realize we should buy gold.
Yummy.
I think. I mean, unredeemable is pretty strong. I think everybody has a chance. I think that's one of the reasons that especially Blake troubled with that moment as much as she did. I mean, like we made a pretty good point when it was in 12 when they were kind of like getting ready to go back into action. Like Blake hesitated for a second. Like nobody wanted it to go this way, but it did. So I don't think I wouldn't say he's unredeemable, but it was definitely an uphill battle. So it just didn't work out.
Can you confirm?
that's fine.
Is he dead?
He's dead.
Oh, we got one!
Yeah.
We got one.
Unless we do like a Darth Maul and like bring him back with like robot legs that they did in the comics. No, he fell into a waterfall. There's no body, but like he got stabbed
But-
twice and then hit his head on the way down. Like
You
he's
never
dead.
know.
Yeah.
You never
So
Well, we do.
Trying to
know.
broke his fucking spine.
now a fifth of the fan base hates me. So
Oh no!
that's fine. What are you
Well,
gonna do?
thank you for airing that.
Yeah, you start doing story. There's the whole. There's the.
Geeky Kitten too.
there's the whole
What
minority
ideas
carry.
inspired the design of Atlas?
Oh man, it's been a really long time. We actually Atlas, especially it being floating, is a thing that's been like we've been wanting to get to and show for a really long time. Like we always have characters refer to like, oh, Atlas up there, and I was like, oh, it's because it's in the north. And it's like, no, it's because it's up there. So
Rock.
I can't think of anything that was like a direct reference. There
Bunch
was
of animes.
kind of a weird funny thing was there was
Bunch of
a inverse
animes.
reference in that Amity Coliseum, where the tournament is held in Volume 3, floated as well because Atlas helped build it. So that was
Oh,
like
cool.
a reverse reference, I guess.
Okay, fair enough.
I can't think of any like one thing. Our concept team, Weston, Sam, Aaron, like a bunch of people, and Pat obviously have been like really pouring a ton into it to like make it this cool thing. So there's like a ton of little things, but there's not like
That's
one,
pretty
like,
fucking
we
awesome.
wanted to do our version of this. It was really like a team effort.
Speaking of Pat, we heard that I believe it was you tasked him with creating how dust would work as an engine.
No, I think that was Monty.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
Monty who did that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's like,
Yeah.
what would a dust car look like? And he's like, I spent all this time and it's never.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I want to see
It's
that.
under every hood of every car you ever see.
Yeah.
It's there. I'm just kidding.
Uh,
It's fuel. It can be. It's like, we. It's one of those things that we don't get to like show super often just because there's not like a ton of time. But it's like different areas can use it in different ways.
Fair
Like,
enough,
some
then.
uses gravity dust more to make things float. Where like, Haven and Mistral use more like steam powered, so they use dust to create steam to make things work. So it's like there's multiple ways you can use stuff.
pretty much
Let's
makes
see under the
sense.
hood if we can make that work in
All right.
some upcoming volume.
All right.
I'm sure we'll make that.
Or if we can just Photoshop, open up a hood, and it's just like your face,
Oh my god.
glowing
Chad
red
does
eyes.
not.
That's what everyone
Yeah.
wants to see.
Jesus
Let me tell you.
Let's do it.
Jesus Christ.
You want to get this one, Ellie?
Yeah. I enjoyed Oscar being more useful to the team.
Yeah.
Will his role become more important as we go forward?
No, just
Nah.
He's
He's just there.
He's just there. He's done. No, I mean How can I answer that? He's Oscar. I love Oscar.
Yeah, Oscar's
Well, but
great.
Oscar's
yeah.
slowly diminishing now as Oscar takes control.
Except Osmond's really backed off. Except
He's
for apparently
guiding.
when he needs to kick in and be like, hey, please don't get us killed.
He's being a big salty baby.
He's guiding. He's
Not so much right now.
Well, yeah.
slightly with the plain
Yeah.
descent.
Yeah.
That was in his own
Yeah.
self-interest. He didn't want to have to reincarnate again and get some other kid
But
who's
I mean,
Maybe
not that big of a
maybe like a
deal
big
though,
muscle
right?
boy. Like who knows? Yeah.
Carrie,
Yeah,
what
Like
was your favorite
Carrie.
episode of the volume?
Oh. Chapter 12 felt good just because that fight is awesome and it was cool to like have that moment
Fair
finally
enough,
happen.
honestly.
I think 6 was really fun for us because that was like another story that like been around for a really long time. I had trouble picking.
the
For
Neo.
I mean,
Fight scene on the bar was
For-
awesome.
for
I
guy.
loved
that was a lot of fun. The whole team's amazing. I think 3 is probably if I had to just pick one, just because it was like these are things we've wanted to do forever and get out there, and you know we decided to do it in this big ambitious way of having this like double-length episode and you know doing all the things that don't make 3D a good investment, which is like one-off assets and that we can never couldn't come from stuff we'd used before and we couldn't reuse them afterwards. So it was a really big endeavor, but the team did an amazing job.
Yeah,
so,
it really was fucking amazing,
Really?
honestly.
that alone, yeah.
3 gave the whole show something that had this like extra grounding to it. So that all of a sudden you knew a little bit more about like what were the stakes,
Yeah.
what's going, like what everything, like how everything needs to come together, and like before it was so fun learning
The
about how like
gods.
the different magic systems work and
Yep.
how like, each of the characters and like going on their journey, but suddenly it's like, and this is the world that we're in, and that was such a
Something is
really, like,
fucking
it must have
he's
been
allowed
difficult
to
to wait
fucking
until
stay
to be able
hot.
to do that.
It was very difficult.
think things through after-
You know, and
it's all
I
figured out.
contemplated doing it
It's
before, but
great
it just seemed
for-
like
Just don't have
yeah, it just seemed like the right time, and it also, you know,
I'm
we've
pretty-
been
pretty
for a
confident
while,
it's a
and
guy
still
who
have a lot we'd
always
like to do, so it just seemed like a
Sounds
good
all like-
point to just be like,
Mm-hmm.
no, but for real, this is what's
I
going
mean,
on.
right.
I think
That's
my
season
favorite
two.
episode
That's fine,
was the
too.
premiere of this volume, and I went up to you because we were in New York when I saw the teaser of the
Just
season,
like
the
around.
beginning of it, and I went. I was just like, bravo, like because you guys did such a good job of right out the gate addressing so many of the things that
It's really
fans
fun
were
doing
concerned
that,
were
honestly.
complaining about, and it was just
Like,
bam, bam, bam,
she's
bam,
answered
bam, back to
my
back. And I was like,
shit,
and it worked
I
as
was
somebody
like-
watches the show. I was like immediately like extra like, oh man, like.
Yeah.
They're just checking all the boxes, and I was like, I was fully invested.
Oh,
right
Christ
out the
almighty.
gate.
No, I mean, yeah, we definitely, you know, we
I went to
always
the
do our best to
like,
listen,
Christ.
and you know, we're still gonna do what we want to
Fuck
do
me.
in the end. But we, yeah, I mean, people have had valid points, and so we thought, okay, you know, let's take this seriously and just you know continue to work on being better writers and better storytellers. And I'm super happy with how this volume turned out. Like,
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorites.
everybody did a great job.
Is there anything that you can tell us about Volume 7? Anything you can hint at or give away for us?
Well, we're still really early, is the problem. It will happen,
Yes, it's happening.
and Ruby will be in it.
Okay, great. Oh,
I
I
know
know
Oh.
people have been like,
Oh,
Dude.
thank
now
God.
it's gonna be like, did he mean the character, the team, what's going on? Who knows?
Oh my God,
So-
Kelly. Jesus Christ.
How about this?
Okay.
Will we get a glimpse at what's going on with Raven and Ty?
Maybe.
There's a
Here's
smile
the
on that
first
man.
book.
You
Alright.
coy
Talk
motherfucker.
about this
You
one.
coy
Let's talk about this
motherfucker.
Did you hear about our random predictions?
I did.
wanna-
It's pretty crazy.
How long did you guys plan the bike hit? Because that was the one.
That was
That was so satisfying.
that had been for a good bit. We've been going back and forth of like whether or not like what was going to happen to the bike afterwards, but like the idea of it slamming that's been around for like months. Yeah,
Jesus
so it's
Christ.
before like knew who the cast of the show, like before this show was like a thing officially for 6, we knew what that was. So
That's
that was good. Yeah, no,
That's amazing.
Good job.
That's funny, man. Yeah, we had a blast. Just like it was fun to just throw stuff out there, and when it actually, the fact that we got that and Grimzilla right, it's just
It makes me happy because it means that like we're at least at the time it seemed like you know those were slightly more like out there things, but they were plausible. So it's like it makes me happy that
You know,
y'all
like
were
a-
able to guess something, but it
That
wasn't
makes
a
a lot of sense,
predictable thing.
honestly.
If that makes sense.
yeah, it's just like this is what I want, and then it happens, and you're like, yeah, that makes
Damn
sense.
right.
Great.
I'm very invested in the fashions.
Oh yeah.
Are we gonna get outfit changes next season, next volume?
I mean, I'm not gonna confirm anything. They've been wearing these for a while, and they are going to a new city. So,
And Cinder is already in a new outfit.
so we'll see.
Fashions, dude.
We'll see. I
New
don't wanna-
cosplay.
It would be pretty cool.
It will be.
Wow.
All right.
Pretty
It
cool.
sure would be pretty cool.
Dude,
All right.
wait about
Well,
this
you know
shit.
what? We can't let you off the hook just yet.
Oh, no.
'cause it's the
Yeah,
last
that's all I wanted.
episode of
I
our
love
season,
you
so I
so
gotta put
much.
you through
God damn it.
a Ruby
That's-
Rewind.
You
Oh,
have.
no.
Let's go.
All right, Gary, you got 60 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. Ellie and I are gonna jet ski your alternating pace.
Can I just drink for like 10 seconds?
I mean, that's up to you. You're gonna fail. People are gonna be disappointed, but
I'm used to that.
let's get. Ouch! There's a timer on the clock, and let's go. Does Maria enjoy pistachios?
Not really.
Make a facial expression for what's next for Team Juniper. Or Junior.
What was the inspiration for Cinder's new outfit?
Cool things that Ainley thinks of.
What happened to Young's gift Ruby had for her before going to August?
We're gonna show it, I promise.
It's Mercury's dad all for one.
Obviously, crossover.
Does Yang eat?
Kids. Damn.
Will we ever see the return of the shopkeep?
Maybe he never left.
Oh my god.
How has it been seeing how popular Ruby has gotten?
It's been amazing, and I love all of you.
My question is, bees?
So the Lancer is actually a wasp. It's a common misconception.
If you could ask Jen a question, what would you ask, if anything?
Can I go to sleep?
Oh.
Between Carrie and Miles, which of you is the brother of light and which is the brother of darkness?
I would definitely be the brother of darkness. Oh, absolutely.
Favorite thunder? Oh, no.
So we got
Oh shoot. I don't want to say it. I can't say it. Favorite fan theory is that everybody's dating everybody.
the shipping.
All
Yeah.
ships.
Yeah, every
All
ship.
ships.
All right, well, let's see if you passed.
Nice shot, Craig.
Anyone failed.
Yes.
What is that?
A
Did
lot
you
of
get
people
Ruby
have
merch?
failed. Oh my gosh, you. Oh, yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Hey, that's
It
probably
fits
the
me just right.
That's probably the one that I wore, dude. So there's
There
a
you
little
go.
extra for you. Yep. Man, well, thanks
Wow,
so much for
oh my
being on the
God.
show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and thank you guys
Our
for
pleasure.
watching another season of RWBY Rewind. It's been a blast. I've had a lot of fun.
It has been a blast.
I know it's my first time hosting with you guys, and it's been really great to get to know you more, and it's been a lot of fun.
It's 11 now, Jackie.
I'm actually really sad,
Aw.
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 but being able to be here,
Oh, it's so sweet. It's actually sad. It's really sweet. Jackie, aw.
Ruby, like in this fashion, it has just been an absolute blast. And Carrie, I did want to say this. Being a community manager, I can see a lot of comments in my day-to-day.
I'm sorry.
But seeing a lot of positivity come
Mhm.
like I think I'm very comfortable in saying that
Yeah, the negativity is not
community
alkaline already.
overwhelmingly is very proud of you, Miles, and Team Ruby. So you guys have grown so much, and you guys have a lot to be proud of.
Aw.
Thank y'all.
You guys-
Aw.
Too
Thank
pure.
you.
I know.
Too
Now you're
sweet.
gonna make me cry, Jackie.
Yeesh, it's impossible.
I was hoping to just try and use that to make you cry.
I'm gonna cry later.
No, there.
I can't mess up my wings right now.
There you go.
All right. Well, if you guys are
Wow.
looking for something to hold you over while Ruby is off, then you might have heard about this new show that Rooster Teeth Animation is doing called Genlock.
I've never heard of that.
You know, it's featuring these people called Michael B. Jordan, Dakota Fanning, David Tennant, Koichi Yamadera, Asia K. Dillon, Gulfsteph.
Hey.
Oh man, there's a million people.
I bet that would have a
Reason
pretty
why
good
I'm-
intro.
You know, I think it
You-
would.
you
I don't have names in it because I don't know
little-
how I landed a role in it, but I did. So
Aw,
here,
Chad.
check it out.
Yeah, he is. Chad versus Jody, right? Chad versus Jody, yeah. Did you hear this? Does the lead runners as high as Chad? What the fuck? And then the darkness, pretend that won't do that. They're gonna be the sweet songs of seduction. Darkness, the dark won't steal light. Singing me the sweet songs of seduction. I like Like, they definitely got this small influence. Usually, it's on the parts of the series to the parts of right baseball of it. Nice job, buddy. You're fucking awesome.
Goosebumps.
Everyone,
Everyone.
goosebumps.
So
Yeah.
good.
So good.
So good news, if you haven't heard about Genlock and you're interested in checking it out, it is
If
free
it
to watch the
turned
first
into
episode right now.
darkness,
You just
turned
said
into
it's
well,
right up there at the top.
you.
The first episode is called Pilot.
Sweet
If
songs
you guys,
and
do-
seduction.
yeah, I know, right? It was, I laughed so hard when I saw
Live
that. I was like,
and die.
because it's about a pilot and it's the pilot.
Spoilers.
So yeah, I mean, a little bit. Whatever. So you can go check that out right now for free, the first episode. And the second episode we dropped on the same day, which is for first members. So if you're not a first member, thinking about trying it, now's a good time to sign up for a trial.
Plans start as low as $2.99 a month.
That's right. They do.
Sweet songs and
The trial, you can sign up
But
for
the
a free
trial is
trial.
free. But the plan is $2.99 a month.
Yep.
Oh,
They really want that clarified. Anyway, we hope you guys check out Genlock, and thank you guys seriously so much for tuning into another season of RWBY Rewind. We all have a blast doing this show, and
It's really awesome.
great to
Actually,
hang out with
it's
you guys every
really
week,
nice.
so
Stuff okay. I love how Mama Turner.
Farewell.
Fuck you.
we'll see. Oh, there it is.
Mama Turner's like, we're not telling you,
there
not
it is.
tell you anything.
Oh, there it is.
Being
All
coy
right,
assholes
see you
and I was
guys,
like,
oh,
coy
next
motherfuckers
time.
and I was
Bye.
like,
Bye.
so it's not like this is joyful. It's great. Just the last little printing too, so I was pretty nice. Something nice to have a print on. I should say. To be January lines, January. I'm John Santos. Can you hear you? I'm posting you watching episodes next season. I hope they do. That'd be awesome. Goes back to 26. That was cute. Wherever you are, try to please get some sleep. Thanks so much for an amazing live movie. Really, P26 until next year flies off. Wow. Now we come sheet me up. Good luck. Can talk. Oh my god. From Justice Expecting, we're Jackie, I'll promise you. From Boogaloo, 1001, 1100, 1001, so you can send up your mind. Really nice. It went so in places where we do child counselors. I'm testing her for it. He could see 2 chance again. She's sort of appear alive. So that means Pierre's alive. Hopefully not. Hopefully that means Pierre's fucking alive. This one, I love this cover honestly. This is a really fun rewind. I'm looking forward to like when rewind comes out next year. Not next year. October this year. I do kind of hope to, like I do kind of this at some point to do a rewind because I'm trying to talk to things so much perfect. This makes perfect sense. I don't have anything to say honestly. This is a really fun volume. Really fun to see season 6 of season 2 of RWBY Rewind. It's really fun too. I miss E7. She's done more stuff in the process of sharing these like she's very much involved in. This is really fun rewind, and it's rewind's just an interesting concept to have. It's like really, really cool to watch, honestly. I don't really have anything else to say on it, so I just can't. I just like really enjoyed this. It's like really awesome to watch this, honestly. That's the video. I just want to thank all my current subscribers and anyone who's watching on Patreon. And I hope you enjoyed the video. You can find it mystery on Twitter. You can find it support me on Patreon. And also, if you liked the video, please leave a comment. I always appreciate those comments like that. And finally, also, you can find the links to Twitter on Patreon in the description below. And finally, my favorite anime reviewer, Jessica Otaku, and current video game creator, sayonara, bye bye.